We are not going back to Coyote Pass. We are moving on, jumping right into asking Mary if she's going to be able to find her soulmate like Christine did. Mary expresses,
at least I'm hoping it is.
Mary, with the energy of a wet noodle, says yes, she's met Christine's love David a couple of times and she says he seems nice. Then Mary struggles and musters up all the enthusiasm she can when asked how she feels about Christine and David getting married.
I'm excited for them.
That response was worse.
Just a knife in the kidneys!
How does Janelle feel about David? Well, Janelle, of course, has met David and they've hung out, and Janelle is so excited you would think that David was her newest love. She says David is a breath of fresh air with Christine, and Christine is experiencing love for the first time. Mykelti on her Patreon confirmed the same thing. What is Kody's take on David? This should be a good one.
Had a conversation, a very mild, light conversation. He mostly talked with Robyn.
Okay.
She thought he was very sweet. I mean, but I know nothing.
Oh no, Kody, you better watch out. Robyn's going to see what it's like to be with a kind, loving man, and she may dump your butt. Now, before Suki begins her next line of questioning, she wants to be sure Kody remembers his lunch with Christine. Oh my, Kody sure did remember it.
I was traumatized.
You need therapy!
And he remembered all the details of,
I think you'd drive a truck over me if you could. She's like, oh no, I wouldn't. Ha, ha, ha. But you're suffering. I enjoy.
and Christine cracked up, laughing hysterically cynical. Christine's laugh left a burning impression on his brain, and Kody says that he wishes Christine all the happiness in life, but, and in the words of Dr. Phil, but means forget everything I just said. And then Suki jumps in before he could say anything and wants him to watch the clip. So what do? We head over to Salsa Brava and see the funny exchange where Christine is saying it's
so freaking awesome.
For 10 plus years, Kody has been skipping along with Robyn and ignoring the misery of the others, and this one little lunch is getting to him big time. He's angry and bitter that Christine is happy without him. Christine is so mean that she would laugh if he tripped and fell, he says. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I would too, but partly because I don't like you, but heck, for some reason, watching people fall is funny. Are you mean, besties? Try not to laugh with this one. I know I'm going to hell in a handbasket. Christine's response to the lunch clip was laughter and her connection to Emma Stone as Cruella. She loves the Disney villains. This was no shock to Mykelti when watching her reaction on Patreon. She knew her mom loved the Disney villains. Mykelti pointed out that her mom Christine generally likes to make light of situations and thought maybe she was just doing this at the lunch to help lighten the situation.
Wrong answer.
But then she had to quickly change her tune when Christine confirms to Suki that she had held things in from Kody for so long and she was ready to release her inner Emma Stone as Cruella. Watching Kody and Christine's reaction to the replay of the lunch clip was so funny. Christine put her hand over her face when she upset Kody because she laughed at him, and then Kody came back with the comment about how Christine is mean that way, and Cody's reaction was a smirk like, touche. Kody whines about his life with Christine being so uncomfortable in Vegas and got worse in Flagstaff, and then Christine decided to leave. Hello, Kody, didn't you want to leave if things just kept getting worse in Flagstaff? Kody felt like he suffered, so he should continue to suffer and not give up. This is totally the sunk cost fallacy, where we tend to follow through on something that we have invested time in, even though the costs outweigh the benefits. We just can't stop ourselves from the torture. Kody, you need to recognize and cut your losses. You said you didn't even love her, so why are you still... Seems sort of odd for someone to be so upset about Christine leaving when you say you didn't even love her from the beginning. Then we get to the
truth for all who are strong enough to believe.
It's because Christine... Suki asks if it's hard for Kody to see Christine happy in that moment. And Kody quickly says,
Not happy she's mean. There's a difference.
he knows her all so well. Well, I'm not so sure, Kody. Kody says he has tripped and fallen and Christine is riding off into the sunset to a happier life. And Suki wants to know if Kody blames Christine for destroying his big picture.
No, because that's all my fault for marrying a woman I didn't love. Ouch.
Now, Tony and Mykelti's reaction was
I'll give him credit.
accepting some responsibility here. I'm not so sure that he was accepting responsibility. It seems like he just wanted another opportunity to jab at Christine and say he never loved her. The three OGs express how they see that Kody and Robyn have something special. Christine says that now that she is with David, she knows that feeling and she never wants to leave David, so she understands why Kody never wanted to leave Robyn. All three OGs want Robyn and Kody to go and be happy. None blame Robyn for anything that has happened, and they were sure to express that on the one-on-one. So why is Robyn crying and insisting that each of the wives talk with her privately and let her know off camera that it's okay to be happy?
It's never enough.
It's never enough. It's never enough.
That her commitment to the family is not broken. Oh, now we have a commitment.
Made a commitment and it is forever.
I thought your commitment was to freezing Mary's off. Now, please note that this was the only clip of Robyn we saw. Like, after this, Robyn was off sulking and pouting somewhere.
I'm not
Robyn
hiding.
was gone. That was it. Suki asked Christine if there's anything that David does better than Kody, and we get to hear a little of her villain laugh. Then she shares that when David asks what's wrong and she says nothing, everything is fine, he will say nope and sits down and waits for her to talk with him. Then David comes out and he is so adorable. He gives a sheepish little nod as he walks out, and you can tell he is not fully comfortable being on camera like this. Now, Mykelti does confirm that this wasn't his first time. Maybe this is his second time on camera. He had filmed some other little clips, but you could tell he was definitely feeling a little shy here in this interview. David introduces himself and says he was married for over 20 years, has 8 kids, 10 grandkids, and his wife passed away 11 years ago, and then he had fun dating, and then he stopped when Christine came along and stalked him. And he went ahead and clicked on her instead of swiping left. He wasn't sure if that was really Christine because he knew about her, but his daughter Katie was thinking he was being catfished. It was not until the second date that Christine found out that he knew who she was, and everything came out. Suki asked if David was physically attracted to Christine, and he immediately said he was attracted to her type and her bubbliness and her quirky ways, and he just knew she was the one. He said they connect on a lot of different ways. It was so sweet that he didn't just focus on the physical. He talked about the whole package. Such a class act. Then, flashback to the scene where Christine and her kids were painting together, and Christine shares that she is scared and nervous and excited to start dating. Now, she also describes her perfect man in that video clip. Bald, tattoos, and rides a motorcycle. David and Christine's reaction was priceless. They both started laughing watching her say this because she manifested David. He is all the things, right down to the... In the scene, Tony was suggesting to Christine that she taste all the ice cream flavors before deciding which is her favorite. And Mykelti was being supportive and saying how that sucks that Christine was married to a man who was not attracted to her, but that was his problem and not Christine's. The look on Kody's face watching that clip, ooh, Kody just shook his head like, what? How could you blame me, Mykelti? When Suki talks with Kody about the scene with Christine talking about dating again, Kody brings up that Christine is forcing his kids to choose sides. He said Mykelti was joining in with Christine's critique of him because he didn't love Christine. He said he was attached to Christine, and in the eyes of his children, he was there for them.
No, ma'am. No, you're very mistaken.
In Mykelti and Tony's reaction video, Mykelti confirms that the kids did not see him. as being there for him. So you got this one wrong, Kody. Talking about the kissing and how Christine was afraid to kiss because she knows that Kody did not like kissing her, David quickly jumps in and without being asked and says that Christine is a great kisser and they have great makeout sessions. Suki asks a good question and wants to know how many scoops of ice cream did Christine try, and David quizzically asks, yes, how many did you try, Christine? Christine quickly responds, nothing that mattered. David is better than her favorite ice cream, mint chocolate chip.
Oh, this is so sweet.
David disagrees with Kody and says she is not backstabbing at all. She is a little clueless at times, but not conniving. Christine is a complete package. Everything that David has ever wanted in a woman is there in Christine. Intimacy, communication, talking, touching. We do see a glimpse into David's past when he confirms that he was in a marriage where there was not much talking or anything else, much like what Christine had with Kody.
We have more in common than you realize.
Then Suki asked about the proposal and Christine shares she had no clue it was going to happen, which supports what David said that she is clueless at times. David had planned a trip to Moab, a favorite spot of his. He took her on a ride with him and his friends, and he asked Christine, what does she think of the view? And she tells him it's beautiful, and he shares that it's his favorite place in the whole world. And you, Christine, are my favorite person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. At which point, Christine realized it's going to happen and drops her things, and he gets down on one knee and proposes, all while his friend films the entire thing. Christine doesn't care where she gets married. She just wants to wear the dress and walk down the aisle to David. That's the most important thing. Who was invited, you might ask? Definitely not Kody and Robyn, and when asked about Mary, she had a long pause saying she feels she should, but no. But Leon and Audrey were coming and going to be in the photos. Kody's family will also be invited. No one who will make things awkward for Christine and David will be invited. Suki adds some interest to the conversation and asks them about their celebrity crushes. Suki asks Janelle about her celebrity crush, and Janelle laughs and says Gerard Butler. And Jason Momoa, of course, big and hunky. Mary likes 6 foot tall and good looking. Matthew McConaughey. For the first time in many years, it seems that there was actually joy in Kody's voice when Suki asked Kody about his celebrity crush, and he quickly responded, Sophia Loren. He saw Mana La Mancha when he was 6 and fell in love. Of course, Robyn doesn't get asked because she was giving everyone the silent treatment. So Suki asked Kody about Robyn's crush, who he confirms is Ryan Reynolds, and that is why Kody has 6-pack abs to keep up with Ryan Reynolds. Suki asks if he knows who Mary's crush is, and he said yes. Right away, he knew it was Matthew McConaughey. Suki shares with Kody that Janelle's crush is Gerard Butler, and again, Kody needs to flex and talk about his 6-pack abs that we've all been searching for. Christine says she's been honest and real and shared the worst days of her life, and now she's ready to start sharing the best days of her life. Then Kody starts to say that he knew Christine and David getting married and that Christine made the accusation that I had, and Robyn cuts him off.
Don't speak for him, honey.
And says, aren't we just so happy for them? Kody says he was just telling a little story, and Robyn repeats herself.
Don't speak for him.
They need to shut the hell up and mind their own business.
Zip it, Robyn. I want to know what Kody has to say. Mykelti shares that this was a good thing that Robyn did that because she knows that Kody is constantly putting his foot in his mouth. And this was the moment that was supposed to be about Christine and David's wedding and not Kody's story time. Mykelti also confirmed that, yes, we're going to jump ahead to the current time, see the wedding, and then we're going to jump back in time a little bit and see how they got to the wedding.
a wrap.
So, until next time, let's keep sipping some tea, besties. In one of these videos, I'll see you there.